O people, come to the way, O most honored one and most glorified one, Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillah that Allah granted us a tremendous gift to follow the ways of haqqaiq and to lead us to the hand of awliyaullah. They are the shadow of Sayyidina Muhammad upon this earth, and Sayyidina Muhammad the shadow of Allah. Alhamdulillah, Allah's great ni'mat is whom Allah guides is truly guided, and whom Allah does not guide will never find guidance. And from their teachings, alhamdulillah, the Sayyidina Muhammad is in a continuous mirage into Divinely Presence. And ashiqeen, their arwah, their souls are in that heart of Sayyidina Muhammad. Their mirage then is in the heart of Prophet through Holy Qur'an. All the lights and power of Holy Qur'an is moving into these 30 juz like a laser. Those 30 juz then are moving and dressing 7 darajats of Surat Al-Fatiha. And all of Surat Al-Fatiha like a laser is brought into Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. By just saying Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, you're unfolding all the realities of Holy Qur'an upon the soul like a flower. So as soon as you recite, it begins to emanate all of its secrets. So these are the 7 maqams that Surat Al-Fatiha is dressing upon creation, starting from the gate closest to dunya, taking us up into the paradise, 7 paradises which is in the Divinely Presence, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So from Hatta Dunya, the lowest level, Siratal ladhina an'amta alayhim ghayril maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. That Allah said that, take the way of my grace and my mercy, and not the way of my anger and not the way of those who have gone astray. So we said before, then all the zawiyas, what do you see in them? The way of Allah's rahmah, because their practices are all immense rahmah and mercy. And even you say, I'm born into Islam, the practices were not of that reality in which Allah was happy. You see people who you think to be pious, they say crazy things, they talk in a way you can't imagine, and actions and character and bad akhlaq. It's not a title where you say, I'm Versace and I have polo, I'm Muslim, but it's an action. Allah's immense mercy and love for His beloved creation. And only you understand it once you have a family, once you have children. The only time you get angry at them is as a warning that don't go into the kitchen, don't go near those hot pots, because God forbid if that fire should fall upon you, what am I going to do? I suffer more by seeing you in calamity, seeing you in this mushkilah. Where's that love coming from? It's coming from Allah's oceans. And those who reach those darajats, Allah send them back down as a guide. You reached my rahmah, you understood my rahmah, you understood the immense love I have for this creation. Go back and be a caretaker of that ayatul Qur'an, that make your path to be the path that I love. Do the actions that you know I love, do the practices you know I love. Feed people, make them to do their belief, encourage them through love. Have majlis of zikr, majlises of salawat and praising upon Sayyidina Muhammad. Teach people good characteristics, not to cheat, not to steal, to be happy and smiley. SubhanAllah, wherever we go our people are smiley people. Even your smile is a sadaqah. So then they're inspired that you make those zawiyas a refuge and oasis for all the people I send to you. And don't judge them, help them, support them to the best of your ability, guide them. And that's why then they come and they say, why are there so many different types of people, always new people, always guests? Because it's real and Allah says, my Qur'an is real, it's alive and it's flowing. If you accompany them you'll see all of its realities in living action. Every association, your physicality is sitting there but your soul is moving with them. As soon as their associations take place, whether they're eating, whether they're praying, whether they're doing their zikr, their souls are from the oceans of hayat. They're not dead souls and they're not souls that are trapped within a body. Their soul is moving. The energy that people feel whether in their presence or from a distance is the movement of their arwah, their soul. So their soul is al-hayat, is alive. Immediately it lifts. Whatever Allah is taking that soul and bringing it for its miraj, everything like a ship is on their soul moving, that it leaves no one behind. Their character is better than the character of the sun. The sun shines upon everyone. They send the light, you live a life of shining. As a result of shining, everybody is uplifted with those lights. So as soon as you come to the associations you see all these different categories of people, that is isharat that you are in one of those places. This is a tremendous occasion for us. We're all here looking for the love of Allah. Allah said, only time you're close to me is when you love what I love, and my love is on Sayyidina Muhammad. Anything you do in the way of the love of Sayyidina Muhammad, you're gaining the love and the nearness to Allah. Allah's love is for Sayyidina Muhammad. That when He loves you, He brings you into that love and you'll be lost in the love. And the whole story of creation is the unfolding of that reality. This is not a small occasion, this is a celebration of Islam, this is a celebration of our existence. We pray that Allah accept that love and every mushkilat be taken away inshaAllah, and dress us with the lights and the beauty of Sayyidina Muhammad Hurmati Muhammad al-Mustafa wa bi siri Surat Al-Fatiha.
Welcome to Century 21 AAA Realty. We specialize in commercial and residential properties, including all your financing needs. We are a one-stop shop under one roof.
Owning a home is a keystone of wealth, both financial and emotional. Don't wait for opportunity, create it.
Come meet our award-winning realtors with over 40 years of experience. Call Century 21 AAA Realty.
The next is Ihdina Surat al-Mustaqim. They're going to clarify for everyone's life, take a path of Surat al-Mustaqim, the straight and narrow. The haqqaiq of Surat al-Mustaqim means then is the path in which Allah is completely satisfied. Every Prophet is in need of the intercession of Sayyidina Muhammad. When they come to Sayyidina Adam said, I sinned and brought to earth, how with that sin I'm going to carry all of creation? I'm in need. And Sayyidina Adam said, let's go to Sayyidina Nuh, all the big Prophets. And they go to Sayyidina Nuh and said that, I'm in need because when I got fed up with my nation I told Allah take them and finish them, and Allah sent a flood and destroyed the nation of Sayyidina Nuh. How the difference of Sayyidina Nuh Sayyidina Muhammad but until his feet bleeding and crying for his nation. Prophet at that time's nazar was upon us and our reality, ulum al-awwaleen wa akhirin. Completely knowing exactly everything that Allah wants Prophet to know. That is the immense mercy of Sayyidina Muhammad means then what in your life could you imagine as Sirat al-Mustaqim? Must be the way of Sayyidina Muhammad. And they come and said, then make your life in the qadam of Prophet. What you follow must be dressing you. So if you say you're in the sun all day but you don't have a tan, something's wrong. What do you think then about the sun of Prophet, the light and the nur of Sayyidina Muhammad? If you're truly following and Prophet is reflecting to you, you have to be fragrance with that light, with that love, with that beauty, so that everything is attracted to that fragrance, to that light and to that love and to that beauty. And those are the awliyaullah who are inheriting fiikum. So they are amongst you because they're the drops from Prophet's heart. When they reached, Allah gave them their dress and said, go back down now to humanity and lift them up. They are walking lovers of Sayyidina Muhammad. Their souls are ashiqeen, wherever they go they carry the light of Prophet, the character of Sayyidina Muhammad in their darajats and in their levels of perfection. As a result their associations are from Sirat al-Mustaqim. And they're teaching people that all the ayahs of Qur'an that are describing Sirat al-Mustaqim are addressing that ayah. That's why you see them using very specific ayahs of Qur'an, because in these darajats those ayahs are addressing the souls of the people who are coming. They keep saying and repeating and every time they're repeating then these big awliyaullah are dressing their people. They're dressing, Ya Rabbi, but the haqq and the reality of your holy Qur'an, قُلْ إِن كُنتُمْ تُحِبُّونَ اللَّهَ فَاتَّبِعُونِي. Our whole life is فَاتَّبِعُونِي. Be the tabi'een, be those whom followed and enter into the oceans of ihtiba and obedience. Now you go to the masjid, there's no obedience, everybody's rude. Everybody talk against the imam, everybody do all sorts of crazy actions. That's not ihtiba. This is not Siratul Mustaqim. Ihtiba, could you ask the Sahabi and would they dare say anything against Prophet? Never. because of their love, extreme love. If somebody carrying a Muhammadan light, follow with obedience, with good character, with good manners. You are ambassador of Allah's most beloved creation, it's not something small. So then Sirat al-Mustaqim is an entire ocean that through your akhlaq and your character carry the sunnah of Prophet as your most honourable gift. You carry it with all the honour that you can imagine. Prophet is watching you, how you can cheat, how you can steal, how you can lie to people, how you can try to deceive people. You don't see there's two angels watching you, the jinn watching you. You must know Prophet is watching you. And every time you make a mistake, go back and cry, Ya Rabbi, I'm not keeping that honour, I'm not keeping that way. Grant me good character, take away my bad character. Let me to be something pleasing in the eyes of Prophet so that he looks with a happiness, not look with an anger, not look with disappointment. That's not the nazar that we want the nazar of Prophet's happiness and rida and satisfaction upon us. That nazar melt away everything, melt away all difficulty, melt away every mushkalat and raise that person with muhabbat and love into the nearness. And because everything is holy hadith, you be with whom you love. When Prophet sees the characters struggling so hard to reach that satisfaction, the love and the rahmah of Prophet dresses that soul and brings that soul to be more and more present. That I understand your love, I know that you're struggling with your character. At least by that love you're drawing closer to me because you're on Sirat al-Mustaqim and you are a lover of Sayyidina Muhammad. And Prophet nazar upon you means you've been granted victory. The victory of the vision and the nazar of the soul of Prophet is watching over you. Then it opens the next maqam.
Fatima Zahra Helping Hand is a non-profit organization with the goal of helping underprivileged communities in Canada. We have currently distributed thousands of pounds of meat from Korban, hundreds of loaves of bread, and many other essential food items. Please visit our website nurmuhammad.com to make a donation today.
Eastern cultures use teas and herbs as an elixir of health and wellness. Rumi Rose Teas revives this ancient tradition with a collection of over 40 delicious hand-blended teas. Enjoy God-given health and wellness within every cup of Rumi Rose tea. Order online now.
The next maqam is Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'een. Now at that maqam their faith and their practices are reaching perfection. Their taslim to Allah, acceptance of Allah and what Allah ordained for them in perfection, all the way up to that reality of Surat Al-Fatiha. Because once their faith was in tawheed, Allah raised their soul to the reality of Maliki Yawmiddin. Means everything about you, maut al-qabla al-maut, that everything is dying. Allah is going to take you to your paradise reality. Begin to witness the reality of Maliki Yawmiddin, to what Allah dressing from that reality. Then raise the servant to Rahman Rahim. Why? Because Sifat ar-Rahman is going to give a light upon their soul. Sifat ar-Rahim is going to make them from oceans of al-Hayat, and then take them to Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. At that level, this is the important one, because we're trying to reach towards the bab of Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. If your soul is from Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, then everything about your reality is wishing only to praise and be in continuous praise. So if you were to meet the angels, what would they be doing? They would never be in a state of heedlessness. Means they don't talk about anything other than praising Allah. They don't do anything other than praising Allah. Their whole existence about how to praise Allah. So when people come and say that, why you guys have to sit so long for zikr? Why do you have to do zikr so many times? Why do you have to go to the masjid? What should I be doing? Go to hang out at a sports pub? What should I be doing? My entire being, its only satisfaction, dhikrullahi tatmainu qulub, my only satisfaction is in the remembrance of Allah. My sustenance and my energy all comes from the remembrance of Allah. Means that servant then is a reality from Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. The servant that doesn't want to praise Allah, doesn't want to take from that energy, doesn't want to attend those associations, doesn't want anything to do with that, then they have to understand that darajat that they didn't reach to that. Because these are now the soul is dressing and dressing and dressing. They walk with the lights of Surat Al-Fatiha. Basira Surat Al-Fatiha, when they recite Surat Al-Fatiha means Allah dressed them from the secret of Surat Al-Fatiha. They are walking Surat Al-Fatiha for you. That their soul is Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, wa Allah describe yusabbihu wa bihamdi, everything is praising me. But you don't have the ability to understand except the Ahl Tafakkur. Only the people of tafakkur understood that there's a hamd and praise for everything. And their lights and their soul, when Allah dressed them from Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, they have the understanding of the hamd of everything in Allah's creation. Every plant will give its hamd to them and describe what it was made for. Everything has a praise. This wood is in a praise, this plant is in a praise, this metal is in a praise, every animal has a praise. Everything Allah says is praising me from its smallest wujood. And the servant of Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen understands the praise of everything. Only at that time then they can enter now towards the door of the Ba. Because Prophet described, I'm the city of knowledge, and Imam Ali is the door for the servant to enter into those realities. We pray that Allah give us long life and dress us from these realities, bless us from these realities, and to take us to that bab inshaAllah. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifoon wa salaamun al mursaleen walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen bi hurmati Muhammad al-Mustafa wa basir Surat Al-Fatiha.
Welcome to Century 21 AAA Realty. We specialize in commercial and residential properties, including all your financing needs. We are a one-stop shop under one roof.
Owning a home is a keystone of wealth, both financial and emotional. Don't wait for opportunity, create it.
Come meet our award-winning realtors with over 40 years of experience. Call Century 21 AAA Realty.